Hello, welcome to Conversations with Love. This is going to be a reading along with some conversation. I pre-shuffled, so we've got a Pisces Moon and a Scorpio Moon. The Trine aspect card also came out with both of these cards. So if you are Scorpio or a Pisces Moon, please take a look at the Trine in your natal chart. Okay, the Trine is going to give you some insight. The Trine is the most favorable and harmonious of all the major aspects in a natal chart. The connecting planets in a Trine reinforce each other to represent specific areas in your life of ease and advantage. Your thoughts and actions in these areas bring success with little effort to accomplish your goals and desires. The Trine is also a source of creativity and expressive talents. So take a look at your natal chart. Take a look at your natal chart, and I'll drop some resources for that in the description box. All right, so let us find out here. Let's set this to the side. Pisces Moon, Scorpio Moon. Again, we've had a lot of moon cards popping out over the last couple of days. I don't know that really surprises me, to be quite honest with you. We did just have an eclipse a few days ago. All right, but let's find out, what is it? What are the messages? What is your soul working on here? What is your soul advancing in at this time? What lesson is your soul learning in this now? Okay. We've got Cosmic Flower. Frequency of Cosmic Flower activates our remembrance of the place that we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. Also, consciousness just popped out. The frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multidimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. All right, so remembering the place that we call home, the core from which our magnificence, we pour our magnificence out into the world, and then our consciousness, this is what allows us to focus. This is what allows us to perceive our reality in the way that we perceive it, to perceive it as a real, and it is indeed real. It has it is real is because we are living it, we are experiencing it, but our consciousness is what allows us to focus our attention in this present moment, in this present space that we're in. In addition to that, what this message is saying is that our consciousness allows us to bring in, rephrase, to focus on the multidimensional aspects that are within this reality. All right, there are multidimensional aspects. There are other, and when I say multidimensional, I mean you can look at that as multidimensional. You can look at it on a molecular level. You can look at that multidimensional. I also think of like the animal kingdom, insect kingdom. So this is, I mean, they're in our dimension, but there is a difference. And so what I'm getting here is, if we focus our attention, number one, being aware that there are multidimensional aspects within this reality, if we are able to tune ourselves to those realities, right, you can begin to do that in your dreams by lucid dreaming, astral projection as well. Now, these things that I'm stating, lucid dreaming, astral travel, are not things that I'm suggesting that you, just. I mean, I am suggesting that you try. I am suggesting that you try it. I'm suggesting that you begin to do research on it. I'm suggesting that you begin to open your mind to the idea, the concept, the reality that you are able to dream your normal nightly dreams, that you are able to dream and be aware, be conscious in those dreams, and be able to control the dream. I am suggesting that you begin to do research on astral travel, which allows you to travel outside of your body, knowing that you're traveling outside of your body and being aware that you are traveling to other dimensions, which are a part of the dimension that we currently exist in. So I'm not saying that you need to go to someplace out of space. You have the ability to travel, to connect with, to travel to. Yes, travel to is a good word. Your spiritual body, to travel to these multidimensional spaces that are within the reality that we currently exist in. So this is something that your soul is currently advancing in. This is something that your soul is beginning to learn. So you may have already been having dreams. You may have already been astral traveling and just did not have the language for it. Or maybe you have and you're simply diving deeper into that study. But this is something that your soul is currently working on, advancing in, and this is the classroom, as I like to say, that your soul is currently learning. This is a lesson that your soul is learning, your ability to do this. So that is amazing. I love this for you. Mainly because, opening yourself up to the realization that we can travel outside of our physical bodies, but still occupy this physical plane, is something that is not really spoken about, not to my knowledge, and maybe not in most of the circles that I, have spent the majority of my time around. But I really am fascinated by that realization. I've had those experiences myself, and so, you participating in this, your soul participating in this, you're gonna find more communities that do this regularly. Like, this is a part of their study and a part of their work here. And so I'm through you, and thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy, and I'm able to relay this message. But through you, hopefully I will be able to, find communities, find these communities where they are putting this into practice. So So that is what your soul is working on right now. That's what your soul is advancing in. I think that is amazing, awesome, and oh, okay, we got another message. All right. Also, some healing work is going on for you right now. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. Now, what I love about this message is that this healing, this frequency of healing is really not asking you to do anything in order to heal yourself. Okay, it says that it supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by using the information that comes to us through our senses. All right, now that our senses, that could be through our sense of sight, through our sense of hearing, through our sense of touch, through our sense of taste. So we are able to receive through our senses and then harmonize, meaning our bodies are doing it. Our bodies do it. Our bodies do the work of healing themselves. We don't need to do anything. Now, if you have practices that you are engaging in that aren't contributing to healing, then I'm going to say, yes, you do need to do something. You need to change your practices. You need to change your habits. You need to replace habits that are not conducive to your healing, and replace those habits with newer habits that are that do aid in your healing. And discernment, your soul is increasing its skill in discernment. Discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. All right, so being able to discern the people energies around us, right, so that we can be in a state of balance. You can feel, if you're able to have yourself, now, in order for you to be able to view the world through this place of balance, please notice that it states that there has to be inner balance. You would need to obtain an inner balance in order for you then to be able to perceive the world outside of you from this place of balance and detachment. All right, so I'm hearing and getting that this healing work that's happening for you, this healing work that you are experiencing in this time, is going to help with the discernment as your body continues to heal, and you allow it to heal, and you begin to do things that are conducive to your healing. Then your sense of discernment will become keener, it will become more precise, and you will be able to attain and maintain this level of inner balance, and you will better be able to discern the people around you and whether those people should be around you, okay, and whether those people are again conducive for your healing, or are they individuals that are not serving your healing at this time. All right, so let's find out so when I think of consciousness, I think of the mind, although that is not completely accurate. And I'm stating that because I'm getting ready to pull cards that I typically use that are extremely powerful messages that speak directly to the mind. Well, I'm going to pull cards anyway. I was thinking about consciousness and in my mind, I'm saying, you know, I'm going to speak directly to the mind, but consciousness is not the mind. Not, as I said that I saw the card, the mind within. All right, let's see what we have. There's so much that starts in our minds, though. That's the reason that I typically pulled from this deck, is because most of our thoughts, you know, the things that we do, you know, our patterns, behaviors, those begin with thoughts in our mind, beliefs that we have. And so speaking to the mind, I think, is extremely powerful. And this deck, I really enjoy. The messages are very poignant, very pointed, and although you may not feel the impact of the words as you're hearing them, the energy of these words will create shifts. All right, so the message that came out is that creative something. So we are thinking, the message says, we are thinking, willing, knowing, conscious centers of life. We are surrounded by, immersed in, and there is flowing through us a creative something. Call it what you will. All right, so and I was just speaking about consciousness. So we could call it consciousness, we could call it God, we could call it spirit, but there is something that flows through us, right? There's something that flows through us. There's something that we are immersed in, meaning it's all around us. It's nothing, we can't escape it. We're surrounded by it. We're the center of it. Like, we're in the center of it. We are thinking, willing, knowing, conscious centers of life. Right? We are the center of our own universe. We are surrounded by, immersed in, and there is flowing through us a creative something. We have so many names for what this creative power is. Infinite intelligence, the universe, God, Jehovah, and all the names for God that we have. Jehovah, Allah, all the deities that, we have so many terms that we use to categorize what this creative something is. And in all of the terms that we have, it still doesn't define what that creative something is. And our awareness of that and our connection to that is what allows all of the everything, all the beauty of life, all of the things that we've spoken about here in this reading, our ability to heal ourselves. What our consciousness has the ability to do. All right, let's get another message and find out what is needed. All right, what does your soul need to do in order to advance? Is there any blind spots that you have? Are there any blind spots that you have that need to be brought to light, or anything that would help, that will assist in your soul progressing in this lesson? All right, let's see what. All right. Eat healthful foods. Okay, now this is something that I was thinking, it was in my mind as I was speaking about healing and thinking about if there are habits that you have that are not beneficial to your body doing healing as it should naturally. And so this message, it doesn't really surprise me here. So eat healthful foods. Eat only foods that are good for you. Perhaps this is something you normally do, in which case you should feel very good about how well you're caring for yourself. But most people know that they should be more attentive to this area, but find it difficult. So your goal is to practice healthy nutrition. So take stock, be honest with yourself. Take a look in your refrigerator. Look at what you have. What are you snacking on? Do you eat on Fritos? Mine, I'm going to be straight up with you. I love salty chips, and I have a sweet and salty deal going on. So I like salty chips, and I love sweets. So that is something that I know that I have to work on, that I need to be more attentive to. But take a look, what are your snacks like? Do you eat fresh vegetables? Do you eat fresh fruits? Do you drink enough water? Are you drinking alcohol excessively? Are you overeating? Are you undereating? Right? Are you eating for your body? Are you eating for your blood type? Are you fasting? That's something that, doesn't get talked about that frequently, is fasting. Yes, we talk about eating healthy foods, but there are times that it would do your body well to fast, to not eat, or to eliminate some things from your diet for a while, so that your body has the ability to do its work, has the ability to heal itself. But if we overload our bodies with food and not the healthy foods, maybe processed foods, then it will be difficult for our bodies to do what it's naturally designed to do. So, pay attention to what you're eating. Take stock of it. Take a look in your refrigerator. And make a list. There's so much online. And there's so many individuals who are now willing to help and let you know what foods are best for you to eat. The best for your body, even best based on your blood type, as I mentioned earlier. So, begin to reach out and find individuals who could assist you with that, so that you don't have to, take so much time doing the research, because I can understand how overwhelming that could be, because there's so much information online. But being able to find a professional who is skilled in that and who's able to just tell you, what you need to eat, and of course, go through some sort of personal assessment. But, if this is a desire of yours and this is something that your soul is advancing, all right, your soul is advancing in this, as we've talked about. So this that we're talking here now, this healthy nutrition, this is going to help you. This is going to assist your soul in doing what it needs to do, assist your soul in its advancement. If you are able to really lighten your body, is what I'm hearing here. All right, what you are being encouraged to do here is to lighten your physical body. All right, so paying attention, being mindful of the foods that you eat will make your body lighter. That means that your soul is not weighed down with things physically and things emotionally. that will slow you down or delay you from the progression that your soul is attempting to make and will make. I'm saying attempting. I'm not saying attempting because it won't make it. It will make it, but the more that you are participating, aware and participating in the process, and the quicker and easier that you are able to, and I don't want to make this sound like your soul is separate from you, because it is not, but your awareness of what your soul and spirit is going through, it will help you as you move through these cycles. All right, so I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much again for sharing your energy with me. Without you, I would not be able to provide these specific messages. So I want to greatly, you are greatly appreciated. And I thank you so much for allowing me to tap in, or for you tapping in with me. Yeah, I will see you on the next episode. Peace.